Hi, everybody. This stream is meant for grown-ups. We talk about things and do things that are not right for young years. So please, if you're under the age of 18, do not listen. Enjoy the show.
Story of hunting and prey. Some will get eaten and some blown away. We're not happy unless we're covered in blood today. And as the world moves closer astray and violence is the only way, we're not happy unless we're covered in blood today. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood. Covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood.
Okay, so Wynn is looking like she is really thinking hard about something.
Yep.
And
So
then her face brightens up and she will say to Saffire, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll be right back." And she disappears. I mean, she actually
dear.
disappears.
is your friend coming back?
And what Wynn wants
she
to
typically
do,
does.
she's going to
However,
go
there may be a
party.
wake of chaos after her.
And she's looking for at the buildings merchants, or she's being observant to see any that are have a gold or a sack of gold or something where they're storing money.
Like, she's like going into the businesses?
Oh yeah, she's a pixie. She's
Oh,
small.
boy.
She's invisible.
I have a question for the DM.
Yeah, go for it.
Given Elyarus' background as a woods person and sort of like an elf from the woods, the woodland elf and all that, I'm assuming I would be very familiar with a character like Wynn and their tendencies.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
So I would notice her behavior as being sort of strange, and in my experience, I would probably characterize that as suspicious behavior and probably want to alert the rest of the party that we should probably intervene before she creates a problem for us with the town's guard.
All right, so you know pixies, but I don't know if that would say that you know that Wynn's
Like,
gonna
I wouldn't
try
know
and...
that they have a mischievous demeanor to them, like just as a race.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could raise something like that, but I don't know that you could say specifically that she's going to go steal some, that she's going to case joints. Okay.
No, I'm not saying I would think that, but I would say from her like behavior in the conversation I just heard, I would probably want to say something to the other two, just to sort of suggest that they should keep a closer eye.
Yeah, do it. That sounds perfect. That's great.
There might be some bad things brewing. So I do
I already did say that there may be chaos in her wake, so you could also just respond to that.
Yeah, so I am going to respond to that, and I'm going to say I definitely agree with that. And in my experience in dealing with folks like her, I would definitely follow closely and make sure that we don't get ourselves into any kind of situation that we don't want to be in.
Well, she went invisible. Did you see her?
Does anybody have a spell that they can use to see invisibility? I think you don't have to. Yeah, so I don't think so. All right, so where are you going? Where are you going first? What you're just looking for any merchant?
For any merchants, since they're headed towards the hat shop going through the gate, she already said we're going to go through this gate. So I want to fly ahead. I'm just wanting to observe and finding, like you said, a merchant or somebody where they obviously have gold or cash register or whatever you want to call it, that they're making deals with people.
Okay,
and
so
I should be able to notice that they have money.
Are you splitting off and going a different direction, or are you just flying ahead?
I'm just flying ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you check out a few places, and you see money being exchanged in cash registers. The hat store, it doesn't look very busy. Dundragon's Family Goods, it is moderately busy. They seem to be taking in a fair amount of money. Blood of My Enemy is Blood of My Blood. You'll see probably has the most adventuring type people in it. And there's quite a few in there too. It's about as busy, equally busy. They're earning some money.
Well, you said the Dundragon family is visible money, exchanging hands, and
oh yeah. So both of them have it. So like there are people. Both of these businesses are very busy. They're exchanging a lot of cash and putting it into their cash chests or registers. Let's just say they have cash registers. It's a society. They have like cash registers. They're putting their cash in. But flying in between those, you do notice that some more well-to-do looking adventuring types seem to be headed down the alley to the Lotto Grotto. But when you try to get in there, when you can't get in.
Okay. Then she's not going to bother with that if she can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
She's more interested in the Dundragon's Family Goods and how many people are in there right now, the layout of the place. She has an idea.
Yeah. So it's a pretty open storefront. There's lots of goods. Hang on, let me. I gotta bring up my notes about it.
And let us know if we're getting too detailed. I think we're just kind of going with it, but
no, I'm cool with whatever.
Do the rest of us notice what Wynn is noticing as far as like gold exchanging hands and that kind of stuff?
No, because I here's how I'm picturing this: that like Wynn flittered off in front of you and is just like
so
flying.
We can't see what
yeah. She's flying in and out of places while you guys, I think, are headed to Herb the Hatter's. So anyway, when there are probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 people in there that like look like they could be from the Tower District, like people who work for families there. There are also some like seedier looking folks there, some shifty looking people. And there's general supplies all over here. This is a store that has mostly like, backpacks and, things like that in there. It's not like weapons and armor or potions. It's more just like general adventuring supplies, food, things like that. The store... The layout, I haven't really thought about the layout of the store before, but let's just say it's, a big front part with a lot of goods spread out on shelves and tables, and there's a counter, and then behind the counter there's a back room that's covered, has a curtain blocking the door, not an actual doorway. Is that good?
Okay. So there is visible coin or like a cash register or something that money's being put into, right?
Yep. There's a
So the people that run it, there's a father and a daughter and a mother. That's the family that runs it. The mother is at the register, kind of keeping track of all the money. If you stay there long enough, how long are you casing the place? Are you staying in there quite a while?
Quite a while.
Okay, so you'll see that, like, I don't know, every so often, the mother will take excess cash out of the register and hand it to the male, and he will disappear behind the curtain and come back with no money in his hands.
All right.
Or I should say gold. I'm not going to deal in copper and platinum and all that other stuff. Everything's going to cost gold just because I'm simple and I don't want to do math.
Okay.
Yay.
So then, since she's not attacking or anything, she is invisible. So behind this curtain, when she sees it opens up, with the gentleman go back, she can misty step
Okay.
into that room,
Sure.
invisible. So
All right.
she wants to observe this human and where he puts the gold.
Cool. You see him go in the back, and he opens up a rather large, like, it's not a safe, but it's like a really large metal chest with several big padlocks on it. And you also, he opens it up and puts the money in there and then closes it, locks it up again, and then comes back out to the front.
Okay.
All right. Should we cut back to the other folks?
Yep.
All right. So you all are, what are you guys doing? Are you going to try to look for Wynn? Are you headed to the Hatters? What are you up to?
Well, right after she tells me about the hat she wants, I go, well, I know her. My dad worked with him a bit. He's a bit of an eccentric fellow, but I bet he could, be happy to throw something like that together for you. Maybe, I don't know. But if you don't have money and you need to sell a weapon or something, there's another place we can go to, and they might give you a little bit of money for your stuff.
Well, that is great news. However, I believe that we must track down my friend. She may be getting us into some trouble. Well, herself, of course. But any delay that she incurs may affect the rest of us. I should ask real quick. My character is totally going to push for everybody to be wearing these top hats, not just her, so that you fit in. Is everybody okay with that, or do you want me to skip that? Because, like, I imagine we'll stick out and, like, nobody's going to be wearing top hats, and if they are, they're going to have matching... It's not going to be robes and a top hat, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think that you should have to do a persuasion roll when you're trying to get everybody to buy the hats. I don't think we have to agree to that now, but I'm cool. I think it's hilarious that you're going to try and convince everybody to wear a top hat, so I'm in.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure it wasn't like we don't want to go for that. I don't want to, I don't want to go for
Like
that
the
kind of
style, though, is that like, does everybody wear top hats?
Oh, I don't know where Saffire got that.
Okay, that's how that. I'm from here, so I would know what people actually wear.
I mean, so the style of Adjoa is like, probably the cutting edge of style for this part of the world, right? But so there are some people that wear top hats, but it's not like every person in the Tower District wears a top hat, like Saffire thinks.
What I'm thinking is they went to a really nice part of it and got ran off because they don't look right, and they're seeing somebody in a top hat and they're like, ooh, that person's got a nice hat.
Well, also
yeah, you're right. She just assumes everybody does.
Yeah, and the guards in the Tower District do wear like top hat type hats. They wear like tall stovepipe sort of hats.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah. So she could have mistaken that too. So anyway, I hope that helps.
Or even like she's like, we're gonna be doing a protection detail. We need hats like the guards have. Okay. I think we got this now.
All right.
It may be useful if the rest of you had these hats as well. That may help to mark us as people who are providing security, much like the gods.
Yeah.
And she starts walking.
Oh boy.
So now, are you walking to Herb the Hatter's, or are you going to Dundragon's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, does Dundragon's, would that be a place to sell her weapon, or that be more Blood of My Enemies?
That would probably be Blood of My Enemies.
Yeah. So I'll probably lead her there then, so she can sell that.
Okay.
And I think, and then what's his name? Said he wanted weapon stuff. So
Elyarus, yeah.
Elyarus.
What kind of coin do we have on us right now, if at all?
I can't answer that one.
Yeah, I guess whatever we have on us.
Yeah, check your inventories.
I mean, I don't have anything. Mine was taken last night, right?
Well, I only asked it because when I brought in a character sheet from a different game, so it already has coin on it, but I wasn't sure how you wanted to handle that.
I don't know. Yeah. I could see, like, I don't know, maybe Max might have a couple of tips from last night, so he maybe has like 3 or 4 gold.
So we shouldn't have our starting gold on us then.
Hang on, let me look. Let's see what your starting gold. What is your starting gold?
My starting gold is 25.
All right, that's good. You can have that. I'm fine with that.
You know what I think it was that I took. I can't remember. I think we said, like, rather than starting gear, I would take. I rolled for. I think it was us that I rolled for money and then bought my gear. I can't remember though.
No, I think it. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No,
I'm not. I know that's on my sheet, and that's what came from D&D Beyond. So
I give a ton of prizes out, so I'm not. Yeah. I'm not stingy. So yeah, he's got that. How much coin do you have in your character sheet, Elyarus?
Well, it's definitely not starter gold because I've played a couple of games already with this. So he's got like 130 gold. But that's a little much for starting this game out.
Yeah. Let's say that you have like 30 gold. You've been like squirreling it away up there. But yeah, Saffire has nothing. Elyarus, while you're counting, sort of looking through your coin purse, you do see the coupon to the Lotto Grotto again. Do you want to look at that?
I do.
And it says on it, 1 free spin.
So I literally do that. I literally laugh like that, and I just start walking joyfully towards the Lotto Grotto. We're walking towards the Blood of My Enemies, and I just like divert. I don't even tell. Max or am I with Max?
You're with Max and Saffire, headed towards Blood of My Enemies.
Yeah, so I just kind of like I got a big smile on my face and just kind of chuckle, and I just kind of diverge, and I forget to tell them where I'm going because I'm actually excited about the free spin.
Okay. All right. Let's. When are you rejoining the group to tell them something, or are you trying something on your own?
I'm trying something on my own.
All right. I'm going to, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to cut back to Win.
Okay.
So, welcome to Dundragon's Family of Goods.
All right. I know where the opening door is. I know he goes back into the room.
Yep, it's over here.
Back room.
Yep.
The lady is behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the plan. When he goes into the back and the clothes close and he opens up the safe, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him to disable him, make him laugh. Then I'm just going to grab a bag of gold, just one of them, I don't care. And then at the curtain, I'm going to take dancing lights, form it in, all the dancing lights, I can form it into humanoid shape. And since mortals seem to have a issue with the body, I'm a male form with an erected phallus where the lady with the cash register is and everything.
You know,
I'm going to Misty Step out the front. That's the plan.
In order to...
How many Misty Steps do you have?
Pixies have a natural.
Yeah, it's not like a... Yeah, it's a lot.
It's natural.
Yeah. You can do it anytime you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do you a favor and say that their, like, 12-year-old daughter isn't in the room.
Okay. All right. Well, she wouldn't have cared. But...
So that we don't get into any trouble about elf phalluses and young children. Okay. All right, so what was the first thing you... Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Go ahead and
Yeah,
cast
so once he
that.
unlocks it,
Yep.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So he has to make a wisdom save of DC 13 or better first.
Oh, DM,
Yeah.
could you swap us over to the chat on the stream so that we can see the save and the details of the spell?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, good idea. He didn't hit cast on the spell. I just tried to do a save. He does not save. So what's happening?
So basically, he begins to laugh. He perceives everything as calamity and falls into fits of laughter. So it's going to disable him, basically. The safe is open. I'm just going to grab a bag, which will blend with my body because I'm being invisible.
Okay.
I'm going to do the dancing lights.
Wait a minute. Give me a strength check.
Strength check.
Ooh.
Okay, strength.
Because
Ability check or saving throw?
ability check. All of these bags are basically the size of you.
There we go. Oh, natural 20.
Oh man! All right, yeah, you get one of the bags. You get one of the bags.
All right, so it becomes part of me to invisible. I cast the dancing lights to get everybody looking at the male form that I made, and when everybody's screaming and an oh my, I'll Misty step out to the front, invisible.
All right, hang on. Let me see. Let me do this. Yeah, that she doesn't see. One gentleman doesn't see you, but isn't falling for the illusion that you put up.
Well, it's not
Does
an
he
illusion.
Does he hear the jingling going through the air or something?
Yeah, and dancing lights is an illusion, right?
No. That dancing lights.
It's like
are
lights.
Evocation.
Oh well, you know what I mean. Like they're
Oh, okay.
they're
I mean,
lights
it's
floating
real.
in the air.
Well, no, there's like a human size, elf size with an erection. Basically, I can turn it into humanoid form or medium size.
Oh, I had no idea you could do that with dancing lights. All right.
Yeah, I'm seeing you can
Also combine the four lights
into
into one glowing
glowing,
humanoid form.
Okay.
vaguely
medium
humanoid
size.
form.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So this guy isn't falling for it, but he doesn't care, and he just slips a couple of things off the counter into his sack and walks out.
Okay.
All right. So when you have gotten away with, let's see, what'll I roll here? Well, I said the bag is as big as you, and how big are you? How big are you?
So I'm tiny.
So you're like a foot tall, right?
Yeah, little
Okay.
less.
Okay. I'm just trying to
So
decide.
almost a foot tall of gold, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little fatter than
Yeah.
than you. So let's go. Well, let's.
Did I hit the jackpot?
Yeah. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. You missed out on my struggles earlier. I had to unplug my keyboard because I couldn't be heard. So I'm gonna roll this. Let's see.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, you got 10 gold in there.
10 gold.
Yep.
Wait, 10 gold is almost as big as me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Go
All
with
right,
it. I don't want
that's
to. I don't want to
That's
roll like a d20 and have you end up with. Well, you know what? I will. I'll roll a d20. How's that? That's better. That's more fair. There you go.
So
One.
what was actually in the bag?
Yeah.
Now you got one gold.
No, we'll say you got the 10. You got the 10.
Okay.
I gave you another shot at it, but you just end up with the 10. Yeah, you look inside the. You maybe get outside, and make yourself uninvisible for a second to look in there to see what's in there, and you see that there's 10 gold in there, but there's also what looks to be like somebody's lunch.
Okay. She thinks she hit the jackpot. She cares more about the food than the gold.
Yeah.
But she's gonna go find Saffire,
Okay.
Saffire,
Cool.
invisibly still.
I am gonna go to. All right, where would you guys like me to go? Because now you're split up in 3 different places. Should we do Elyarus next?
I think so. My character is kind of just chilling, going along, waiting till they get to the... She, like, understands that she's moving at the speed of the group, and she's trying to observe and get practice with that, so...
Okay.
She's not necessarily... I mean, she would have wanted to go to sell those goods. She knew that she needed to do that, and that's where they were headed last, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, you're head to Blood of My Enemies. Okay, so Elyarus, you head down this alley where the rest of the stores there are kind of blacked out, and you come to a building that has a rather ornate sign that says Lotto Grotto with no real... You see a door, but there's no real windows or anything, and there's no doorknob on the door.
No doorknob.
Nope.
Are there any other mechanical features on this door?
Not
Or-
that... Well, give me a perception check, actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't let you open.
No problem.
There you go.
All right, so you do not see anything mechanical, but you do see some like markings on the door that you recognize as some type of like magical warding runes.
Am I familiar enough to counter them?
You give me... Why don't you give me Arcana now? 2 rolls.
There, 2 rolls or just 1?
No, that was good. Yeah, I was making you... I don't usually make people do 2 rolls in a row. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you recognize them. And as a matter of fact, as you're looking at them and the recognition is coming across here, they're like a locking, some sort of locking spell. But as you're looking at it, and you see the runes sort of moving and turning into common language, or actually for you, it's turning into Elvish. And in Elvish, it says, "Knock, friend, and enter."
All right, so I knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and the door opens, and it opens into, I don't know. It's not a good scene in this place. It looks like a junk shop. And sorry, I got to take the grid off there. And there's stuff strewn all over the place. In one corner, you see a counter, and there's a giant like machine with like a chute sticking out of it, and there's like a big wheel that like looks like one of those, like it looks like the Wheel of Fortune wheel sort of up on its end, and there's like pictures of various things on it. But as you were watching it, the pictures will shift and change on the wheel. So you'll see like a ring, a sword, and they'll like, so it sort of seems like they're moving around randomly. Yeah, as you're taking this all in, you hear sort of some shuffling, and this gnomish man comes out with a... You can see what he looks like. I'm not going to describe him again. And he says, hello! A new customer. I see you have one of my coupons.
Yes, does I get a free spin?
It does. You do get a free spin, my friend. Being new to the Lotto Grotto, would you like me to tell you how it works?
I guess, of course.
All right, so the Lotto Grotto here, we deal with magical items. We have several tiers of item. the more gold you pay, the better the magical item you could get. We have, I believe there are 4 tiers. The first tier is oh, sorry, I'm having some problems with my stream right now.
Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to open Excel at the same time as like doing this. It's pooping itself.
You know, Excel does the same thing to me with my push to talk, and every time I open it, and it's a time just like this, I'm like, I need it. I just gotta go get my document real quick. And then my push to talk ganks it.
Yeah, I have this in a roll table somewhere too, but I haven't moved it over yet. Okay, so the way it works is there are several tiers. For 200 gold, you can get an item, and you get a spin. For 500 gold, you get a more impressive item. For 800, an even more impressive. And for 1,000 gold, the ultimate in magical items. Your coupon is for a 200 spin. However, if you happen to have any magical items, I might take one in trade and upgrade you to the next level.
He thinks about it for a moment. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that I could give right now. I guess I'll just have to use the coupon and hope for the best.
He eyes you a bit, and he looks at your bracers. All right, that's fine. Step on up and spin the wheel.
I laugh a little bit and I go and spin the wheel.
All right, so you spin the wheel, and the wheel starts spinning. Click, 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 click. And you see as it's spinning, those pictures are still doing the same thing. They're moving all over the place. Like you can't tell. Even if you were planning on, you were like, all right, let's go. Let's get a sword. The sword like has moved 10 times in the time you're looking at the wheel. And it's spinning and spinning, spinning, and click, 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 stops, and the wheel goes blank. And you hear the machine.
Oh no.
With the chute sticking out of it, start going ka-chung, 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 ka-chung. And you hear something falling down the chute. And hold on, let me roll.
Oh boy.
That is a 9.
Oh man.
All right, so you see coming down the chute, ka-chung, 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 boom, something falls, and it's a box. It's probably a little bigger than like a box that like a ring or something, jewelry like that would be in, and it's wrapped in brown paper. And Lotto just gets very excited. Oh, this is so exciting! Oh, open it. Let's see what it is.
So I step back from the box a little bit, and I look at him, and at this point I'm not so sure if I trust him. So I'm going to cast my mage hand to open the box, if that's possible.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
All right, what's your mage
And
hand?
I'm stepping back like quite a distance as well.
What's your mage hand look like?
It's just like a blue glowy hand that's about the size of maybe like I'd say about a third of my height, so probably a couple feet high.
Okay.
You know, but just a normal hand, you know.
Cool. All right. So you do that. You open it up. I mean, Lotto's excitement has not stopped since like this. He's like jumping around. He's like doing wiggles, shoulder wiggles, and like little dances, and like humming to himself. And
I love this guy.
He like runs over and looks in the box. Oh, this looks fabulous. And he then grabs the box and sets it on the counter and pulls out a big book and opens it up, and he's like licking his fingers and turning the page and yes, here it is. Oh, my friend, this is a wonderful item that you're about to receive. This, my friend, is called a Stone of Far Speech.
Stone of Far Speech.
Correct.
That sounds intriguing.
It is. It is very intriguing. And if you wait a moment, I'll tell you about it. All right. So hang on. I'm just getting your sheet open so that I can slide the
Okay.
the item in there. Doot and doot. Okay. So a Stone of Far Speech. There are 2 of them. And what these do are they're like 2 palm-size marble stones, and there are runes in the surface of the stone, and these will allow anyone who has one can communicate with the other person in a distance of 5 miles.
Oh, excellent.
So. Oh, you hit the jackpot there, my friend. Some of my items sometimes can be a little bit oogie.
This will be very handy, and thank you very much for it.
Ah, well, come again, my friend. If you find anything magical that you'd like to share, just let me know. I'm happy to take things in trade.
I'll be back.
All right.
I dispelled my mage hand and use the shot.
Awesome.
This is a story of punches and fray. Some will get eaten and some blown away. We're not happy unless we're covered in blood today. And as the world moves closer astray and violence is the only way, we're not happy unless we're covered in blood today. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood. We'll all be covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood, covered in blood.
Circle of the Black Thorn is the staff game for FoundryServer.com. It stars Aragroth as Max, Lulu as Saffire, Asmodeus as Win, and Tobias as Elyarus. I am your Dungeon Master, Plague. Special shoutouts to the Deadites for our theme song for this session, Covered in Blood. You can find them at thedeadites.bandcamp.com. FoundryServer.com is the service that we here at 5 Dice use to host our games, and we recommend you check them out at FoundryServer.com. This version of our live stream has been cut into chunks for restream, so it's half-hour chunks. So if you missed anything, this is a way for you to come back and tie up the end of the story. Stay tuned. I will attempt to post these weekly before our next session for this game. The actual next 5 Dice live stream will be on Friday, July 9th, as Run D&D returns to their Paths of Glory arc. The next Blackthorn live stream will be on July 30th. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, dislike, follow us, whatever the platform calls for, and hope you check us out again.